Happy belated Illuminati Day, guys. Yeah, this is a late one here, so I might as well just get with the program. I was supposed to do this earlier, much earlier, on 1/5. It is now 1:05 on 5/2 here because I'm on the East Coast. But hopefully it's still 1/5 for some of you guys. If you're on Mountain Time, then it is 11:15, 1115. If you're on the West Coast, then it's 10:15, like 115, drop to 0. But yeah, otherwise it's 1:05 here or 12:15 if you're on Central Time. But anyway, okay, so let's just get into it. Happy Illuminati Day. Or belated.
Greetings, fight fans. It's a secret society smackdown that we've been waiting for over 300 years. The Freemasons versus the Illuminati in a battle for world domination. We're talking about it on the channel right now. Hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. That's better. Welcome to the channel. I'm Maynard Edwards, 32nd degree KCCH, Scottish Rite Freemason, and today we're going to discuss the Illuminati. But before we do, take a second and make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up icon, and please turn on those notifications so you know when we have new content for you to share. And Masons, we love your shout outs in the comments below. To many people, the Illuminati and the Freemasons are kind of interchangeable terms, and there's a good reason for some of that confusion. But we should level set just a little bit. First, in broad strokes, Freemasonry is the world's oldest fraternity, which finds its organizational origins in medieval stonemason craft guilds. Freemasons.
Let me just start by saying that this is literally off of the YouTube channel Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. So yeah, one more time. Let's roll that back just to hear what he says there one more time.
Hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. That's better. Welcome to the channel. I'm Maynard Edwards, 32nd degree KCCH, Scottish Rite Freemason, and today we're going to discuss the Illuminati.
There you can see his title there with their little cute little symbol, you know, cute little Templar cross or whatever.
But before we do, take a second and make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up icon, and please turn on those notifications so you know when we have new content for you to share. And Masons, we love your shout outs in the comments below. To many people, the Illuminati and the Freemasons are kind of interchangeable terms, and there's a good reason for some of that confusion. But we should level set just a little bit. First, in broad strokes, Freemasonry is the world's oldest fraternity, which finds its organizational origins in medieval stonemason craft guilds. Freemasons use tools and emblems of the builder's trade to teach moral lessons. Though its roots trace to the 14th century, the origins of what we would recognize as Freemasonry today really got started in Great Britain at the beginning of the 18th century. The main idea behind Freemasonry is to make good men better and thereby make the world a better place in the long run. But when we talk about the original Illuminati, we're referring to the Bavarian Illuminati, a late 18th century secret society founded by Adam Weishaupt, a German law professor who believed strongly in the Enlightenment ideals, and he was not a big fan of any kind of religion. His goal was to educate members of the Illuminati in reason, philanthropy, and a lot of secular values, and to grow the group so that they could influence political decisions and basically become a powerful force for good in the world. The only problem was the Illuminati never got any kind of critical mass following. There were only a few thousand members at its peak, and the whole thing pretty much came and went in about a decade. They got started in 1776, and in 1785, the Duke of Bavaria banned all secret societies, and he enforced big punishments to anybody who wanted to join a secret society. Shortly thereafter, the Illuminati went belly up. And just a little caveat emptor here, any modern group that approaches you and says, hey, we're part of the original Illuminati. You give us a few dollars and we can make you rich and famous and become part of the New World Order. It's all a scam. Please just delete those emails. Don't watch the videos that are probably here somewhere on YouTube. And if somebody approaches you on Facebook or social media and says they're a part of the historic Illuminati, it's a complete lie. Just delete that.
Good afternoon and welcome.
What?
I said good afternoon and welcome. Can we release the masks? Just take them off.
So the question remains, why does the Illuminati get lumped in with Freemasonry so often, and those accusations about world domination that get leveled at us?
Is my hearing terrible? Did he not say he was a 32nd degree, not 33rd? Do I really have to go back now? I'll fast forward it. Let me see. I just got to fact check my own memory here.
Today, we're going to discuss
what the fuck is going on. He's a 30. Okay, hold on. Maybe he's a 32nd degree Scottish Rite, but then he's a 33rd degree. Let me see. But he's a 33rd degree Grand Cross Mason. Am I getting that correctly? I don't know what's going on. Does this guy have two names? Or is this like truth in plain sight? What's going on? Art de Hoyos, 33rd degree Grand Cross, Grand Archivist, right? What if I fucking rewind? Maybe this is like his, maybe this is his graduation, like this video itself. Like, I don't know. I don't know how shit works. But here it says his name is Maynard Edwards, 32nd degree, whatever the fuck KCCH is. I don't know what's going on. Scottish Rite. Maybe, yeah, again, maybe one is his Scottish Rite degree and one is his Grand Cross. So maybe he's a part of two different lodges. I don't know. I don't claim to know, but that's my best guess.
About world domination that get leveled at us all the time. Why do they come for the Illuminati and Freemasons and so on?
Oh, you might be right. Maybe, yeah, maybe he's talking, I don't know.
And so forth. Well, to answer that question and give us a little bit more insight is Scottish.
Again, guys, we're dumb here. We're not illuminated, so things tend to just go over our head. Because unlike them, we have these toxins that come in the food, air, and water. They don't. They totally don't. They're like in another part of the world where they don't get those things and they're special. Oh, wait, that doesn't exist. Right, got it.
Grand Archivist, my friend and brother, Arturo de Hoyos, who joins us to talk a little bit more about the Illuminati and Freemasonry.
Okay, so maybe it was his brother. I don't know. But I take back what I said, too. I know there's a place in the world where there aren't chemtrails and fluoride and GMOs and stuff like that. Maybe it's Antarctica. Maybe it's over the ice wall. I don't fucking know. It's just...
Illuminati was a quote-unquote Masonic organization, but not really. It was. A professor of canon law at Ingolstadt University named Adam Weishaupt was, for all intents and purposes, the originator of what we consider the Illuminati. And it was a secret society, but he was a person that had Enlightenment ideas. He didn't believe in the rule of the church or other institutions, believed people were capable of self-government.
Yeah, unlike Freemasonry that reveres religion, generally speaking.
Well, yes.
He was, would you go so far as to call him an atheist? But he certainly viewed religion as a superstition.
I don't know that I would say that he was an atheist, but he, like a lot of people of his day, he didn't have a lot for the religions of the day, or the way in which they were run in any case. And so he did create this, or model this organization as Illuminati.
I'm going to have to check out that stream, Mr. Tribe, because I was gone. I was not home, and I got back, and I just saw OTW is still live. I was trying to do it about this time in the afternoon, about 1:15 in the afternoon. Here it is 1:15 in the morning. So I was trying to do it around the 1/5 deal, or 5/1. So I was trying to do it at 1:05 or 5:01. But anyway, like a 501c3 is what comes to mind. Anyway, I'm gonna have to check that out, Mr. Tribe.
System loosely on Freemasonry, and then it gradually became more of a Masonic institution In particular, he had craft degrees that were basically the same thing as you would find in other places in Germany. Some of the other Masonic organizations or Grand Lodges were used for his inspiration in the way that he created his system. And then he did have some higher degrees, including a Scots Master degree, which we also have a connection to. But the organization had these strange traditions that, unlike other Masonic organizations, different kind of instructional papers and doctrines, things like this. And eventually, of course, his material became public. It was published, and he had to flee. It was outlawed by the Elector of Bavaria, and that was essentially the end of the Illuminati. So this thing existed a very short period, a decade, but it was quashed. And there were all sorts of people, legitimate Masons who had a concern about this, to find out that there was a type of Freemasonry that was promoting these ideas, but it wasn't really the Freemasonry that was promoting them. Back then, it was a lot easier to start a Masonic organization than it is today. So you basically just needed some kind of sponsorship and enough members, and you might declare yourself a Grand Lodge. You might be recognized, maybe you're not, depending on who your friends are, and some of that still happens today. But so his group was a legitimate Masonic system in the craft degrees, at least, and many important people belonged to that. But like I said, it really kind of faded away, shriveled like a mushroom in the sunlight.
Now, there are people who attest that the Illuminati were the ones to first start using the term that gets hung on Masons, the New World Order and things of that nature. Truth to that? Not sure.
I don't know that they invented that. Those kind of ideas were certainly part of that time period.
Part of that Enlightenment period.
The Enlightenment, exactly. So I don't know that I'd hang that on Weishaupt.
But we also can't claim it exclusive to the Masonic fraternity.
No, not at all.
It's one of those things that was sort of in the zeitgeist, if you will.
That's right. Now, I did learn, I was in France recently, and...
Listen to him, I was in France.
that the expression which we tied to the French Revolution of equality, fraternity, and liberty, or liberty, equality, fraternity, some people say, oh, that's Masonic. Other people say, no, it's just this French idea. But that they actually do have French records, Masonic records in the Grand Orient of France, older than the French Revolution, that include that phrase. So, but again, that speaks to the time period in which they lived, because these ideas were really coming to bear fruit during that period.
Yeah, all of those things, they weren't necessarily a product of Freemasonry or of the Illuminati, but rather that larger, the Enlightenment era.
That's right.
That was sort of the thoughts and the ideas that were popular at the time, and organizations codified around those ideas. Freemasonry being one, Illuminati and / Freemasonry being another. So they weren't necessarily to say Masonic ideals, but the Masonic fraternity said, yeah, those are good. Let's keep those.
Absolutely. In fact, there's some argument among some scholars even that ask, is Freemasonry really a product of the Enlightenment, or is the Enlightenment a product of Freemasonry? I think there's a little bit of both of that going on there, because certainly some of the more important members of Freemasonry at the founding of the Grand Lodge were very much of this new mindset, very much interested, in science and rational thought. So they did what they could to promote those ideas within the fraternity. Some people, would say that we actually hijacked the old stonemasons fraternity, or what was left of that, and turned it into the modern society.
In terms of the Illuminati, I wonder, and I'd love to hear your opinion on this, and I'll ask it in this way. When Elvis Presley died, when John Lennon was killed, when Jimi Hendrix died, the saying is, they went from being aging rock stars to being legends. When the Illuminati died, did it go from being a failing secret society to becoming a legendary organization?
Definitely.
Keep in mind, they keep battering home at this notion that there is no more Illuminati, right? And for all we know, that's a complete and utter lie, or it's not. I don't know.
Definitely. I mean, how can you fight it at that point? Really,
did it survive into the 19th century? Did it survive past 1800?
Like many of these other kind of institutions, Knights Templar, Eleusinian Mysteries, whatever. People want to revive these because it's kind of romantic to have that kind of notion that you're connected to the past that way. So although I don't think that there are any genuine Illuminati groups connected historically to the Illuminati, in spite of the fact that they might say they were, it's more of a romantic notion. There might be groups out there that are using parts of the rituals, especially now, since Brother Joseph Wage has published his translation in his book, The Secret School of Wisdom. You can get all of the Illuminati secrets unveiled.
So, Illuminati and Freemasonry, Illuminati, let's say quasi-Masonic organization in the late 1700s, maybe made it past that 1800 mark, but not too much further than that. And modern connections to it, purely romantic.
Yeah, there were other groups that tried to hold on to some of those notions, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, who's dead?
So there is the definitive answer on the Illuminati. And if you were hoping one day to join a secret society with the likes of Beyonce and Jay-Z and Lady Gaga and Steven Seagal and whoever else, well, I'm sorry to have to burst your bubble. It's just not a real thing anymore. I'm certain the comment section for this video is just going to be very entertaining. But if you're a Freemason, I would love it if you'd give us a shout out below, say hi from your lodge or valley, and try and do it before the crazy trolls start. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Maynard Edwards, 32nd degree, KCCH, Scottish Rite Freemason, and I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching.
And there you have it, folks. Your Scottish Rite symbol right there. Shout out to Mr. Trump. Mr. Drumpf, I mean. Triumph. However you want to say it. So, yeah. So, apparently the Illuminati is no more. So, that's good to know. No worries. It's a thing of the past. And so, this whole stream's kind of silly. It's saying, 247 years since the founding date. Because really, it's gone. It's no more. So why even touch on it? I guess I could just end the stream here, actually. So have a good night, guys. Take care. The Illuminati doesn't exist anymore. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Take care. Those can be Masons, anyone that can play. Here's the thing is that all these agencies, like here, let me just... And there's all these knockoff... There's all these, knockoff... Illuminati, look, okay, here's one, right? It's Illuminati.am, right? If you just go to Illuminati.am, this is what you get here. An official website of the Illuminati. Illuminati confirmed, right? And, so, here, we'll just watch this little fucking commercial. So...
Fear not. For your war-stricken, poverty-ridden planet, you are safe.
Fucking
help is on the way. Your prosperity is the core objective of our universal design. The path for humanity has spanned throughout ages to ensure the survival and prosperity of the human species. War is a liar who claims there isn't enough land, isn't enough wealth, isn't enough food for all people, in all places to live in abundance. A different age is upon us. Fear not for the bursting sounds that echo across your red horizons. Prepare your life for the light that grows steadily brighter in the distance. As the dawn comes to rid your battlefields of darkness, the age of Illuminatium will begin. Fear nothing. We are always watching out for you. To find out more about our organization and your part in the universal design, visit Illuminati.am.
Okay, I'm having a little issue undoing the sound. Anyway, yeah, seems legit. I would say seems legit. Definitely. Secret society promises money and fame, but it's not free. It looks like Burn Eye is live right now. I saw him go on to London Man earlier. That was interesting. And Paul Cook came on, and they kind of had a little back and forth, which was interesting. Little beef in the YouTube streets. But here, as you can see, they have a 3-point archives, as they call it here. The globalist agenda, the maze of existence, and the pendulum of power. Let me grab here. Hold up. Okay, so, oh no, this is not the right one. Damn it. Where did I put it? I'm not gonna be able to find it now. So I haven't really given this website much of a look, but yeah, people of Illuminati am. Millions of people from all walks of life have committed themselves to the Illuminati's global work for the betterment of the human species. By foregoing all divisions of religious, geographical, or political beliefs, followers of Illuminati am strive to form a planet where all people in all places can live in abundance. So, I know I've definitely I feel like I've seen these necklace this jewelry before. I've seen people wear these. So, I'm guessing this is just some knockoff grift kind of a thing. Uh I don't know if there's any actual connections like to the Bavarian Illuminati or the Order of Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, the Order of 201, or the few different names for what I believe is the same inner sanctum group. But this book they have, the First Testament of the Illuminati. I was looking at it a little bit here, and the chapters are as follows. They have the Age of Illuminatium, or Illuminatium, the White Room, methods of mind control, how you are watched, the need for hardships, the secret of power, future of this planet, the God conundrum, how to join the Illuminati, a beacon for the light, and finding purpose. So, if this is like some off the cuff, like if this is some just little knockoff grift kind of a deal, I'm sure they do well, man. I'm sure they do great, honestly. Just throw your little, annuit coeptus back of the dollar bill little thing there. See how they did it here, and they threw their symbol at the top. I mean, do you really think if this was legit, they'd have 1.3 thousand only on Facebook? I'm guessing. I don't know if that's likes. Let me see what that is. By the way, I never use Facebook. I'm surprised I'm signed in. That's crazy. But Sean Zander, if anyone's interested, I'll probably never answer you because I don't use it. Oh, I'm not even sharing it, am I? Anyway, yeah. Facebook. Cool. Still around, apparently. Good to know. Is MySpace still around? Can someone answer? So join the Illuminati. All right, let's see what we got here. Email. Got it. Okay, don't care. The Illuminati is an elite organization of world leaders, business authorities, innovators, artists, and other influential members of this planet. To apply for membership, complete the form on this page. All people in all places are eligible to apply for Illuminati membership. Initiates are not required to take any vows of loyalty and may remove themselves from our membership at any time with no repercussions. All right, maybe that's because you're fucking a joke and not anything of legitimacy. The archives, Illuminati books, Illuminati videos. This is such clickbait, dude. Y'all are on this clickbait journey with me here. Discover the Illuminati and your role in the coming age. Illuminations, wisdom from this planet's greatest minds. The mark of the Illuminati. Discover the meaning behind each part of the Illuminati symbol. All right, I am bored. Authentic items. What do we got here? Illuminati talisman. So, yeah, there's your talisman. Or necklace, as I called it, or whatever I said. Eternal oath. Okay, well, let's see how close this is to, like, say, the Jesuit oath or the Masonic, what's it called? Not oath, but Masonic doctrine. What's it called? I can't remember now. Let's see here. Upon this eternal oath, I freely pledge to dedicate my mind. Oh, can I get a sound check, by the way? Are these headphones all right? Because I'm usually not on headphones. And I'm not sharing my screen, am I? That's good stuff. Wow. Hold on. Whoops. How long's that been going? My fault. Share screen. All right. The eternal oath of the Illuminati. Upon this eternal oath, I freely pledge to dedicate my mind to the discovery of knowledge, to dedicate my soul to the pursuit of enlightenment, to dedicate my efforts to the progress of abundance, to dedicate my existence to bringing all people in all places into unification, and to dedicate my life and days upon this planet to the protection and advancement of the human species. Alrighty then. Fascinating. The pursuit of knowledge, enlightenment, abundance, unification, and the protection and advancement. So this is not a vow of loyalty to the Illuminati, but rather a promise between oneself and humanity, a universal agreement that wealth, power, and prestige may enter your life, but your responsibility to humankind can never be forgotten. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know what to make of this, really. See additional info. Okay, no. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this, but they sell this here. This piece of paper, I guess is what this is. With, some ink on it. Looking hella fancy, I might add, for $30. So you can get this piece of paper for $30. I mean, that's not bad. Oh, no, it's out of stock. It's out of stock. I'm so sorry, guys. Wow. I apologize. All that for nothing. Artwork. Oh, okay, they got a sale on these extremely not basic posters for $35 and $60. Wall tapestry for $38. 38, interesting. Like Verily's number 38. By the way, 38, I don't know. I don't know about that number. Murder equals 38. Death, RIP, killing. Oh, wait, hold on. 38. Yeah, murder, death, killing, RIP. I'm pretty sure are all 38. It is a kill number, not a pretty number usually. Same with 44. Or 4 in general. Copper, Illuminati. Yeah, these look kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Would I get one? No. Not for that price. No. But and in general, I just wouldn't. But anyway, okay, so that's enough of that. That's Illuminati.am. So here's another one. For those who don't know, we're gonna go to Illuminati. Illuminati confirmed. And we're gonna type it backwards, right? And a lot of you already know this, but Itan Imuli. ItanImuli.com. And I think that's what I made the thumbnail for this stream. So anyway, when you type in Illuminati backwards and you add the .com, it brings you right here. And if you didn't know, now you know. So that's a fun fact for you. For those of you who don't know, this is a little agency called the National Security Agency, the NSA. And if you think back to Men in Black, if I'm not mistaken, it was the building that Will Smith and that they go into. That I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the movie, there's a part where they say it's an NSA building, but if you look into it, it's actually in real life it is an AT&T building, which is really fascinating because if you take into account that on Blind 11, there was a AT&T building, I think, right next to the towers, right next to the Millennium Hilton. And during the Nashville, was it Nashville? No, hold on. Wherever that bombing was, a year, like I think it was last year, where they said that a guy blew up building near the AT&T building, or blew up the AT&T building. It's kind of blank. I'm kind of drawing a blank now, but it was, I think, somewhere in the Midwest, Texas or Oklahoma. Something like that. Maybe someone knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, so anyway, so you type in Illuminati backwards, and this is what you get. So when you do a when you look this up though, let me see, where's that tab at? No, that's not it. Fuck, did I close the tab out? I may have. Nope, I didn't. Here it is. Okay, so here's a fact check website. Just so you guys, in case you guys are a little nervous from this kind of information I'm giving you. Searching atanamuli.com, Illuminati spelled backwards, on the internet does lead to NSA's website, but it's not a conspiracy. So that's good. You can kind of just, you know, and that's what's so great about these fact checkers, right? Independent third-party fact-checking partners. They're here to keep, our minds at ease. People like us who kind of, can tend to be a little paranoid at times, kind of theorize.
A popular social media post claims that if one types Illuminati backwards and adds.com in the browser, one would find themselves on the official website of the USA's National Security Agency, or NSA. An internet search about this revealed that a person named John Fenley used his domain, itanimuli.com, to redirect it to the NSA website in an interview to Snopes. Fenley said that he decided to forward the domain to the NSA website as a joke. We also found a Quora thread in which users have talked about Fenley and his joke. A simple search on the internet confirms that anyone who has a registered domain name can redirect their site to another website. One can verify this by clicking on the link itanimuli.com or by searching for it on a web browser. Multiple free tools on the internet confirm that the redirect has been set up for this domain. According to the Snopes article, such a claim has been in circulation since 2009. As typing Illuminati backwards followed by .com on the internet does lead to the NSA website, but this is merely a joke and not a conspiracy. This post is misleading. When you come across a piece of news that seems too ridiculous to be true, don't leave things to doubt. Run searches on Google and Yandex and weigh out the true and false of the situation for yourself by looking at the facts. But first of all, before you hit
Did she say Yandex? The first time I ever heard about Yandex was literally from Mouthy Buddha's Pedogate documentary back in the day on YouTube, when it was still on YouTube, before all his stuff got pushed to the other platforms, and he hasn't been on YouTube since. But Mouthy Buddha was legit, man. I'm curious to know if anyone's ever heard anything suspicious about Mouthy Buddha, because sometimes I was wondering, like, man, where's he getting some of this intel? This guy must either really do his homework or he's plugged in. Then again, it's not that hard to do some homework and come up with some extremely disturbing results. Generating foreign intelligence insights, applying cybersecurity expertise, securing the future. So, isn't it just so interesting, though, that even though that fact checker website did claim, did give us something so we can rest assured that, that there is no connection to the NSA and the Illuminati. But it's almost like if you don't take them seriously and you just continue using discernment, like a theorist would, that there clearly does seem to be a connection between the Illuminati and the NSA, which would make sense, right? Because national security, although you would think more so there would be a link between the CIA and the Illuminati, centralizing all intel into one agency, essentially, literally. We leverage our advantages in technology and cybersecurity consistent with our authorities to strengthen national defense and secure national security systems. But anyway, yeah, the way I see it, it's all connected, man. All these three, especially all these three-letter agencies, not to leave out the 5 and 4, your DARPAs and your Royal Institute of National Affairs, did I say that right? You get my point. All these agencies, all these secret societies, quote unquote, all these think tanks, all these alphabet agencies, all these megacorps, all part and parcel of the same thing, just different levels on the pyramid, so to speak. What else did I have here? This could be a short stream. kind of just a shout out to your, your friendly local neighborhood Illuminati. Shout out to Tom Hanks. He's not a creep at all. Definitely not. But it does bring me back to the, doing this whole stream brings me back to the Da Vinci Code series. How could it not? And of course, Angels and Demons and Inferno. Inferno being a 2-hour and 1-minute movie on purpose for a very good reason. Just like Event 201, just like the Pope lives in Suite 201, and his name's Jorge Mario Bergoglio, which equals 201, and the Suite 201 is also called the Domus Sancta Marte, which equals 201. Again, not to get into the gematria, but the G in the compass does stand for gematria and geometry and the generative principle and God and a lot of other things. What's this here? Oh yeah, I looked at this already. I think I saved this actually. I'm always finding these different little pictographs too, pictures, whatever you want to call them. And they're all done a little differently, but I like how this one's done. Although it's not necessarily accurate in my opinion with the NGOs and think tanks and charities at the bottom. But, because they're missing the tax cattle, which I have in another pyramid. But yeah, I like, pretty accurate in my opinion as far as having the Jesuits at the top layer, so to speak. Again, there's, I think, 201 to add to that number, since we're talking about the pyramid in 201. I think there's 201 layers of unfinished brick or whatever, granite, whatever it is, on the pyramid, on the Giza pyramid. 201 layers unfinished. I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that is the case. Let Tommy up, you think so? Should I? I was hoping to keep it like not a Tommy show. I can hear you, but you're not presenting. Yeah, sorry about that before. Thank you, sir. It's truly a visual announcement. I got another clip here. Let me run it. Wow. I'm gonna catch up on the comments, and yeah, shout out to. I rarely watch this guy. I like never watch this guy actually. But I'm subbed to hundreds and hundreds of his channels, and he just happened to be one that posted recently on topic. So shout out to Open Your Reality. Whether he's a shill or not, I have no idea.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Open Your Reality. I'm Chad, and today we're diving deep into the shadows to explore a topic.
His name's Chad, so he's legit. He went to a frat house, so.
That has intrigued and mystified many for centuries. That's right, we're talking about the Illuminati and Freemasons. Now, before we begin, let me clarify that I'm going to be taking a very objective look at this topic. My goal here is to clarify some of the misconceptions of the Freemasons and determine whether they are nefarious or not.
Not to keep stopping the stream, but Tommy's saying he's got something that's a visual announcement after he flashed a GUN on a stream. So I can't. Thankfully, like, the reason I haven't taken that stream down is because I'm if I'm not mistaken, so I keep saying those words. If I'm not mistaken, a bang bang has to be within the frame for the AI to pick it up. It has to be within the frame for 3 seconds. And when I watched it, he like moved his camera, so it wasn't in the frame for 3 seconds. So that's why I haven't taken the stream down. I think it'll be okay if it does get grabbed at some point. Then whatever.
There's been a lot of talk about the Illuminati in the last decade or two. This video should really clear up just who or what they are. Here we go. The Illuminati and Freemasons are secretive organizations that have been the subject of much speculation and controversy over the years. Some see them as shadowy puppet masters who control world events from behind the scenes, while others view them as benevolent groups dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. But who are they really, and what is their true agenda? Join me as we peel back the layers of secrecy and explore the mysteries of the Illuminati and Freemasons from the perspective of Open Your Reality. To understand the Illuminati and Freemasons, we must first look at their origins. The Illuminati, also known as the Order of the Illuminati, was a secret society founded in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, a former Jesuit and professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt in Bavaria, Germany. Weishaupt envisioned the Illuminati as a group of enlightened individuals who would work to overthrow oppressive monarchies and promote reason and rationality. However, over time, the Illuminati's goals and methods were said to have been corrupted, and they were accused of seeking world domination and manipulating events to suit their agenda. The Illuminati allegedly operated in secret, infiltrating various institutions such as governments, banks, and religious organizations to manipulate world events in their favor. They were said to have used symbols and rituals to communicate and identify themselves, such as the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, and identify themselves.
Okay, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why they're showing. Well, I guess it's all interconnected, but the FEMA like symbol, I don't know. I'm not sure. But you got your, what do you got? America's Online, CBS. Is that Paramount Pictures? Fidelity Investments. I think that's the European Union, the EU flag at the top, with the blue with the stars. And Emergency, I don't know what that one is. Federal Emergency. Oh, that's the old FEMA logo, I guess. And then that looks like the Thelemic Society, maybe, at the bottom middle. And then the Club of Rome, I think, in the center. And then above that would be... Oh, man, what is that? It's escaping me now. And then I think that's the OTO on the bottom, below the A of FEMA. I think that's the Ordo Templi Orientis, which is what the order that Aleister Crowley started, allegedly with Jack Parsons, who founded Jet Propulsion Institute or Laboratories, whatever, and L. Ron Hubbard, who of course founded the Church of Scientology. So that's the OTO there under the A, and then under that, I'm not sure what that is. And then the Lucis Trust underneath that, which here, let me take my logo off. The Lucis Trust was supposedly what turned into Lucifer's Trust, which then turned into, I can't remember, within the UN. I'd have to do more research. It's been a while since I was looking that up. But I had a aunt who actually did a lot of research into that, into Lucis Trust, the Ascended Masters, and all that. Had this whole website up, and they kept attacking her. It was like a Wix site or something. And now she doesn't even have it up anymore. But anyway, at top right, I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a Tool album. Then Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, and then of course you got your all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill with the Annuit Coeptus and the Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is New Order of the Ages. Annuit Coeptus is a new. It's kind of another way of saying the same thing, if I'm not mistaken, referring to a new order of the ages, which we're in, allegedly, supposedly, going out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So we're told.
And rituals to communicate and identify themselves, such as the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, and the owl. Some researchers believe that the Illuminati's influence symbols and rituals to communicate and identify themselves, such as the all.
And then, of course, you got your at the very top with the wings. How's that escaping me right now? Like, I know what that is. Anyway, all right, well, you got your Masonic compass, top left, and you got your Jesuit IHS, which stands for Isus Hominum Salvator, or Osiris, sorry, not Osiris, oh no, I'm thinking of Israel, Isis, Ra, IHS, Isus Hominum Salvator. Wow, I'm blinking. This is not good, but you got your Bohemian Grove in the center. And then you got your Tree of Kabbalah in the bottom, third from the right. Your Hermes Trismegistus, bottom left. Yeah, let's continue.
Seeing eye,
and the snake eating its own tail.
Pyramid, and the owl. Some researchers believe that the Illuminati's influence can still be seen in modern society, shaping world events and controlling the masses. On the other hand, the Freemasons are another secretive organization that has been associated with the Illuminati. The Freemasons, also known as the Masonic Lodge, is a fraternal organization that traces its origins back to the medieval stonemasons guilds. Today, the Freemasons are known for their rituals, symbols, and secrecy. They claim to promote brotherhood, morality, and charity, and many famous historical figures, such as George Washington and Benjamin Franklin, were believed to be members of the Freemasons. However, some researchers believe that the Freemasons have a hidden agenda and are closely linked to the Illuminati. Now let's dive deeper into the alleged connection between the Illuminati and Freemasons. Many researchers claim that the Freemasons are, in fact, a branch or a front organization for the Illuminati, working hand in hand to achieve their secret agenda. There are numerous theories and speculations regarding the connection between the Illuminati and Freemasons. Some researchers believe that the Illuminati infiltrated the Freemasons and used them as a platform to carry out their agenda. According to some accounts, there are degrees of Freemasonry's Scottish Rite and the York Rite, or where the true secrets and rituals of the Illuminati are preserved and practiced. These degrees are said to be invitation only, and only available to a select few, who are believed to be part of the inner circle of the Illuminati. Some of you might be wondering if the Freemasons are not just a charitable fraternity, but actually involved in a global conspiracy with the Illuminati. It's important to note that not all Freemasons are involved in any alleged conspiracy. Like any organization, there may be different levels of knowledge and involvement among its members. However, some researchers claim that the higher levels of Freemasonry are where the true agenda of the Illuminati is kept hidden. These degrees are believed to involve rituals, symbols, and oaths that bind members to secrecy and loyalty, creating a hierarchical structure where the inner circle holds the true knowledge and power. But what is the ultimate agenda of the Illuminati and Freemasons, you might be asking? The alleged agenda of the Illuminati and Freemasons.
Not Keanu. I thought he was a good guy. He goes on the bus and like gives people snacks or whatever they say on the news, so it's got to be true. Come on, not Keanu. Keanu Reeves, like Elon Reeve Musk and Christopher Reeve who played Superman? No. You're telling me like all actors are in on it, even him? Dude, I just don't know what to do now.
Is said to be a pursuit of global dominance and control. Some researchers claim that their ultimate goal is to create a new world order, a global government that would be controlled by a small group of elites who would manipulate world events and control the masses. This new world order is believed to be based on a totalitarian system where individual freedoms and sovereignty would be greatly diminished.
I have nothing against the Masons, sir. I have nothing against anyone that doesn't cause me or other good people direct loss, injury, or harm. So with that being said, I have nothing against specific individuals, but possibly what certain organizations and groups and societies and schools and think tanks and et cetera, stand for, and some of the acts they engage in, that is a different story, especially if it is dealing in humans or dealing in loss, injury, and harm to humans. Yeah, then that's a completely different story.
And the power would be concentrated in the hands of a select few. But what evidence is there to support these claims? The evidence regarding the Illuminati and Freemasons is largely circumstantial and speculative. As secretive organizations, they operate behind closed doors, and their true agenda, if any, is not openly disclosed. However, researchers have pointed to various symbols, rituals, and historical events as potential evidence of their existence and alleged influence. For example, the use of occult symbols, such as the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, and the compass and square, in corporate logos, government emblems, and popular culture, is often cited as potential evidence of their hidden influence in society. That's certainly intriguing, but could it be possible that these symbols are simply used for decorative or aesthetic purposes without any hidden agenda behind them? Well, it's certainly a possibility. However, some researchers claim that these symbols are not just mere decorations, but rather carry deep occult meanings and are used as a form of communication among the members of the secret societies. For example, the all-seeing eye, often associated with the Illuminati, is believed to represent the ability to see and control everything, while the pyramid is seen as a symbol of hierarchy and power. Similarly, the compass and square, which are emblematic of Freemasonry, are believed to represent the tools of the architect or builder, with the compass symbolizing the spiritual aspect and the square representing the physical aspect of creation. These symbols are often incorporated into the architecture of important buildings and monuments, such as the United States Capitol and the Washington Monument, leading some to believe that they hold a significant and intentional meaning. Whether or not these symbols are actually used for communication or hold a deeper meaning is a matter of debate and speculation. However, it's clear that they have become associated with these secret societies and have become a part of their lore and mythology. It certainly seems that there is a lot of speculation and symbolism surrounding these organizations. But what about the actual actions and influence of the Illuminati and Freemasons in the world today? Well, as secretive organizations, it's difficult to say with certainty what their actual actions and influence are. However, some researchers point to historical events and current events as potential evidence of their involvement. For example, the French Revolution is often cited as an Illuminati-inspired revolution that led to the overthrow of the monarchy and the rise of the Enlightenment. Similarly, the creation of the United States and its founding documents, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, are believed to be heavily influenced by Freemasonry and its ideals of individual freedom and democracy. However, it's important to note that these claims are largely unsubstantiated and unsupported by mainstream evidence. Now, of course, that's what the hierarchy would say, but we know a little different. It's understood. It seems like there is a lot of speculation and theories regarding the Illuminati and Freemasons, but very little concrete evidence. Why do I think these theories continue to persist and gain traction, though? Well, I think there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, the secretive nature of these organizations and their use of symbolism and rituals creates an air of mystery and intrigue, which naturally attracts people's curiosity and interest. Secondly, the idea of a small group of elites controlling the world and manipulating events to their advantage is a compelling narrative that resonates with many people who feel powerless and disenfranchised in the current political and social climate. And finally, the internet and social media have provided a platform for these theories to spread and gain traction, often without any vetting or fact-checking. My final conclusions is that secret societies do exist, and I believe they are controlling major events in the world. Even George W. Bush admitted on camera that the Skull and Bones Society he was part of at Yale was so secretive that he can't talk about it. We know that the major world leaders get together at least once a year, such as the Bilderberg Group. This is a group of political leaders, experts, and captains of industry from around the world that meet once a year in secret with minimal or no press involved. There are many other organizations that have political and monetary agendas, such as the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Grand Orange Lodge, the Bohemian Club, the RAND Corporation, among others. We know that corruption is rampant among all organizations because no organization can supersede most humans' desire for power and control. Until the collective quality of consciousness of our world raises up, secret societies will exist in which a minority of people will try to wrestle power away from the masses for selfish gain. We can also see many celebrities using Freemasonic hand signs, which you've no doubt.
Dude, the Beatles? No. Who'd have thought?
Been seeing throughout this video. Most celebrities or normal people who
I mean, when I saw Aleister Crowley on the front cover of Sgt. Pepper's, I thought, it's a coincidence. But man, when you see the hand symbols, it's a wrap.
are infiltrated into the Illuminati either by force or through being coaxed with the temptation of money and fame. We also have information on these secret societies from whistleblowers over the last many years. Even former President Eisenhower tried to warn us of the danger of these secret societies, as did President Kennedy. In the end, as simple individuals just trying to navigate through this reality, we are nearly powerless to put an end to such corruption. This is a more spiritual war of good and evil. Until our collective quality of consciousness can ascend, I'm afraid secret societies, conspiracies, and evil acts that promulgate a problem-reaction-solution scenario will continue to play out. It might sound discouraging to hear this, but that's how I see it. So I continue on with my life, doing the best I can, albeit fully aware of the information in this video. After watching, I hope you have a better sense of the Illuminati and secret societies. They started hundreds of years ago with good intentions, but got corrupted, like most organizations. Not all the members of these organizations are evil, though. Some are not even in the know. These people are the ones at the bottom of the pyramid. The higher up you go, the more nefarious and knowledgeable is the person over the society's true agenda. Anyway, my agenda is to make you a subscriber, so please click that button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to all future videos. Finally, let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with the information I presented here. Did I leave anything out? I'm curious to know your opinion. See you all in the next video. Peace.
Looks like the Luxor Pyramid, which, you know, makes you think, it brings you back to the Las Vegas event, right? Some stuff about that Las Vegas event, it just seems, I don't know, it might just be me, but kind of fishy, you know? Almost like it was some type of federal, like, I don't know, operation. I don't know. I'm theorizing now. I'm just theorizing. No basis for these claims, of course. Discernment, spiritual, discernment, critical thinking, deductive reasoning, all that stuff's nonsense. I get that. Scientific method, applying it to your thinking, of course. All of these things are nonsense, but there were some people who wanted to join, and I don't know what exactly they wanted to say or show or whatever. I mean, that all this stuff could be coincidence, dude. I feel like people are reaching. Like, I do that symbol sometimes. Then again, I do it because I've seen it and I'm mocking it. Right. So it's different. Anyway, so if anyone would like to come up, a truly visual announcement. Yeah, after showing your bang bang, dude, the other day, I don't know. I just don't know. Shout out to the chat. Looks like someone dropped a link here, so let me see if I can find it. Hopefully it's on topic. I don't think I'm going to go for too long tonight. Let's see. Bad ones annoy the good ones. I think that is probably how it is. I would imagine. I liked Bob Proctor. Just to name one Mason who I gained some value from, who I appreciated a lot. I thought Bob Proctor seemed like a good guy. What he had going on there, and the message and what was being taught. As far as The Secret goes, he was, if I'm not mistaken, one that admitted that The Secret was missing a lot. A lot of the good gems were left out intentionally from The Secret. But again, the law of attraction is the law of magnetism. So once you learn this, the universal laws that govern this realm we're in, it makes things a lot more easy to understand and overstand and understand. I had a neighbor one. So yeah, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. I'm about 5 minutes behind. Yeah, we could talk about fusion centers. You saw me talk about fusion centers, really? Well, I would like to do a whole stream on that. I don't claim to have much knowledge on them, but FOIAs can be obtained from Fusion Center partners such as David in Florida, Driver Activity and Vehicle Information Database. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. A better topic. If you have any links that you'd like to check, that you can reference, that we could check out now, I think it's not off topic, totally off topic, because again, I feel that these centers are oftentimes where a lot of, I don't even know how to articulate this, but a lot of people move up in the ranks, I guess you could say, and a lot of a lot of agencies merge, and I think they're all interconnected. It's not like they stand separate from one another. They're all interconnected in one way, shape, or form, at some level. Right? Samantha, if you're talking about this Cook individual, I don't know of him enough or enough about him to know that, but the vibe I got from it, I'm cool with Bernie. I'm cool with Burn Eye. And, not to a very deep level, but I think I see him for who and what he is. This Paul character, he came on and he wasn't on for very long, which that in and of itself tells me a lot on face, And he was quick with the ad hominems too, so it seemed like he might have been trying to defend something that he was not proud of and not trying to expose or have exposed. He was the only one that's not a Mason. Hey man, don't rule anything out now, sir. Don't rule anything out. Now I will have you know that my cousin, who I started the year actually with this cousin, and I am one who lives on very little, person, in my humble opinion. Not to be self-righteously humble, but I was picked up for a New Year's party in my cousin's beautiful, what is it, a Bentley or a Bugatti? I can't even remember. The car is so fucking ridiculous, dude. It's just like comparing it to my beat up, currently undrivable Nissan Altima. It's like, man, you know what? But again, that's on me for slacking. Anyway, he went to Catholic University in DC. He hung out with a lot of prestigious individuals. He actually worked for and through the DoD, through Palantir. Palantir, the way I see Palantir from my limited comprehension or understanding of this organization, through the DoD, through the Department of Defense, Palantir, I see them as the big brother of. I see them as the surveillance arm. That's what I see them as, brother. Really, here. Palantir Technologies. Have you ever seen this symbol, the O with the V underneath? Palantir is rooted in building data-driven intelligence applications for complex, high-value government and commercial use cases. Public American company that specializes in big data analytics, headquartered in Denver. In Denver. What else is in Denver? Oh, right, Denver Airport, Lucifer, the NWO murals, the deep underground military bases. Allegedly. Founded by Peter Thiel, Nathan Gettings, Joe Lunsdale, Stephen Cohen, and Alex Karp. So their stock price looks pretty good today on Illuminati Day. Go figure. Oh, and look at their revenue. 1.5. There's your Illuminati number there. 1551. Like a lot of people point out, like Donut always points out. I could go into the 1551 whole thing, but I don't think I will. I thought it was interesting, though, how it's the 247th anniversary, kind of like 24/7. Not that there's much meaning to that. I just thought it was funny. But on that note, with the 247, who was it? Let me see here. So guess who just won the $247th playoff win? Yeah, the 76ers pick up their 247th playoff win on the 247th birthday of the Illuminati, established in 76, right? The 76ers. It makes you think, like, why are they even called the 76ers? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is a 76er? Like, what is there a meaning to that? I don't know. It got me thinking. I've never actually, I don't think, contemplated on that. If I have, I forget, but it's pretty clear that what the 76ers is, what it's alluding to. So anyway, 76ers pick up their 247th win on the 247th birthday of the Illuminati, founded in 76. So there's that. Coincidences abound, I will say. Sure. And then the final score, I think, is like 115. So for your 115 to 119, kind of like 9/11. Okay, well, this isn't loading, but it doesn't matter because you get the point. Yeah, I don't care. This fucking shit's loading shitty. Anyway, so that was your bread and circus Roman sport shit show ritual for the day there. But yeah, this website's just really interesting to me, man. I can't help but wonder if there is any legitimacy to this. You know, I don't know. Illuminati members on Facebook and Twitter. Illuminati warning. So maybe I could read a little bit of something here. Our globalist agenda. What would you guys like to see me read? Would you like to read, drop a 1 for globalist agenda, drop a 2 for the maze of existence, or drop a 3 for the pendulum of power? I'll take a group. Oh, I'm not even sharing the screen. Awesome. I love when I do that. I apologize. That whole time I wasn't sharing. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff, man. Anyway, this is what I was showing right here. The 76ers. 247 playoff win on the 247th birthday of the Illuminati, established in 76. So, again, what is the 76ers? I don't know. Or I do know. We just figured it out here. Okay, so we covered Palantir. That was kind of off topic. So, yeah, what do you guys want? 1, 2, or 3? Globalist agenda, maze of existence, pendulum of power. Do. Let me catch up on the chat in the meantime. I'm 10 minutes behind here. Mounting to 2,000 per violation. I've been aware of the victim. David misuse. They add up. Yeah, that definitely adds up. I mean, figure you just got 100 people. I mean, it's 200 bands right there, which of course is nothing for, I'm sure, an organization like David. But keep in mind the synchronicity here. I was just talking about my cousin. Well, his name's David, the one who worked for Palantir and DOD and went to Jesuit high school, Jesuit college, Catholic university, whatever. The live chat comment section. What's that? Are you making fun of me? Because I'm trying my best, man. It's like it's hard to multitask and like hold a stream and catch up with comments. It is very hard. You actually have to have like a moose type person to kind of help you out there. Some people don't have a moose. And I will say, if there are any gematria heads in here, I will take credit for most likely being the one to get certain people, including the one I just named, to take certain videos off their channel because they were trolly and untrue. So, well, at least they lack proof. You know, when you call somebody a CIA shill with absolutely no proof, or your best proof is, you know, some number connection, it's kind of like, sloppy. Yeah, Las Vegas definitely was definitely part of what opened my eyes to Robin. Like a lot of the FFs, a lot of them fake flags that they fly. I watched Jason Q, and he said that the reason for the blackout is because of rail. You know, I actually have. There's some more good videos by I think it's my fault. I think it's Jeremiah Cohen. The real secret is ask how you can be of service to the universe, not for what you want. Needs will be provided for the purpose. Right. And that's why I always love how I don't know if it is Paul that says it. I can't remember who always drives it home. Maybe it is Paul, but that we shouldn't be asking what it is that God can do for us, but what we can do for God, for lack of a better term or name. But what we could do for the Most High Universal Creator, not what he, it, they, whatever she can do for us, right? We are the vessels. We are the vehicles. So let us be used by that higher force, as opposed to seek out what we can squeeze out of this experience, and people sharing in this experience with us, but rather help others and turn on others to drawing from the well, from the eternal, limitless, endless well that is life. It's always changing, and so are we, and all we have to do is adapt and flow with it. Really is what I have found, in order to stay up to speed and not get pulled back down like the crab in the bucket. A lot of these slaves obviously have that crab in the bucket mentality, which is why you really gotta, a lot of times, just, I hate to say it, but you gotta stay away from some of these people, man. I hate to say it, but really. That's why a Walmart sometimes can be the scariest place in the world. Yeah, well, you're saying, I don't know what this is in reference to, but this is interesting here. Where is it at? I like how they put if you notice here, right underneath Jesuits at the top layer of brick here is the Illuminati. So this is clearly, I mean, who made this? Of course, I don't know, the Roman power pyramid, but I think it's pretty accurate in terms of. So at the bottom, the foundation is you got your NGOs, your non-governmental organizations, think tanks, and big charities. Your what's it called? Your World Wildlife Fund. Your what's that? Warrior veteran one. And what's that other really big nature? And maybe even your PETA. Et cetera, on and on. Above that, national, regional, local politics. Above that, you got your big bank, big media, and big industry. Above that, you got your UN, your US, your EU, your G20, your NATO. Above that, military, police, and mafia. I like how they have that on the same line, because why shouldn't they? Above that, secret societies, secret services and societies. And then above that, organized religion. Interesting. Above that, 32nd degree plus Freemasons. Above that, Knights of Malta. And then above that, Knights Templar. And then Illuminati, and then Jesuits. I find that to be pretty accurate in how the power differentials are allocated, in a sense, through these. Because the way I see it, Jesuits are being, I don't want to say Jesuits and paint a broad brush, but in the inner sanctum, within the Jesuit order, within the Society of Jesus, I feel that they are doing sorcery at a very high level, where they are intervening with spirits, so to speak. Let me see here. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Data aggregator. Yeah, it's hard to even have context when I'm 10 minutes behind here, but yeah, Denver is like the NWO capital for sure. Do I have another clip here? I think I do. I got one more clip.
Postcard.
We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
Old customs never die, they don't even fade away. In the little village of Elstow in Bedfordshire, the May Queen arrives for her coronation as she has done for centuries. Only not this particular queen. This year it's Miss Ina Heathfield, crossing the smooth carpet of the village green in her flower-covered coach.
I just remembered that, yeah, I tend to have issues playing that. So I might not want to play that, actually. Anytime I play something from that channel, they bitch. My bad. Let me drop the link. It's going to be up here for a little bit longer, so I might as well. Did I not put the link in the description? God damn. I always try to put the link in the description now, so I don't have to always drop it, but I might have forgotten this time. But in the future, if I didn't this time, in the future I'm trying to make it a habit. I always tend to look in the description, and if I don't put it in there, then let me know. 76 Jesuits, yeah. Well, keep in mind 76 is also significant to the time we're in, because like last year when the Guidestones came down, Trump was 76, Bush is 76, Clinton was 76. I think 2 out of 3 of them are still 76. Forget, I think one of them turned 77 now, but again, Skull and Crossbones equals 76. It keeps going on and on. R.C. Christian, the guy who I think founded it, I think equals 76. I think Skull and Bones equals 76. A CEO of a tech company did not come back from a conference in Silicon Valley on some mind read tech a couple years ago. Last call to her family. She said some crazy stuff. I think she grew a conscious. I think I know who you're talking about. I've watched that on. I've watched that video on Blame It on Jorge. I think's the channel or something. All right, so everyone's picking 4, being an asshole. See, that's pretty good that I didn't even. Okay, Brianna says 2, and she's being serious because that was an option. So what was 2 again? 2 was the Maze of Existence. And I'm not sharing the screen. Maze of Existence. Good choice. Sounds interesting. The Maze of Existence. They're like changing puzzle. Interesting. Okay. So the Maze of Existence. Life is a map. Give me a sound check too. Is my sound okay? 5x5. The Maze of Existence. Life is a map that is drawn by your decisions. Every day, the Maze of Existence presents you with hundreds of pathways, and you must select a direction through your choices. How will you spend your time? Where will you go? Who will you speak to? What will you say? Each decision leads to a different road with its own set of questions. Your ability to discern between the simplest choices can mean the difference between a life of wealth or poverty, sickness or health, conflict or peace. A small decision that you make today may be the catalyst that sends you on the road to your goals. Though you will never know how important this choice is until you reach the end and look back. Map of a life can only be followed backwards, showing the path from the end to the beginning. When making life's important choices, a person's actions rely upon their judgment, the internal compass formed by their knowledge, wisdom, and experience. Judgment works like a muscle that must be exercised with endless curiosity and a desire to understand this universe's deepest mysteries. And here is their Twitter post at Illuminati I am. Or sorry, Illuminati am. Criticism is the restraint that holds a leader from becoming a dictator. Dude, I don't even know what to make of that. It's like they're saying a dictator is essentially something to strive for. Becoming a dictator is something to definitely strive for. Got it. Or is it inferring that self-criticism is useful? I'm not sure. I guess that's all for take it how you want to take it. So it continues here. Okay. Many seek a reward before they have prepared to receive it. A gambler can suddenly obtain a fortune but lose it all because he did not have the knowledge of how to save it. An artist can become an overweight superstar but find herself trapped in scandals because she did not take the time to gain experience while she was still unknown. A president can gain the highest power but find that the pyramid's top is a lonely place if he lacks the wisdom to choose honest advisors. If you seek greatness, it is not better to spend your time preparing for it. If you seek greatness, is it not better to spend your time preparing for it instead of simply thinking of how much you deserve it? If you cannot learn to manage your life with a little, how can you expect to manage it with a lot? Spend every waking hour in pursuit of your goals and every minute between in search of the knowledge you will need when you finally reach them. Greatness has no destination. Its road must be traveled endlessly to be understood. So, I mean, so far, I pretty much resonate with all this. Wouldn't you say? Don't you guys? It's pretty basic. Gonna find it. I'm definitely interested in the Fibonacci series. That sounds interesting. I would definitely like the link to that, sir. I still have to find what? Okay, got it. Typo. I dropped the link, sir. I'll drop it one more time. Probably not going to be up here too long, but let me finish reading this here. So, where was I? In the busyness of life, it is easy to forget the lessons that have been learned and to lose sight of your goals. In Illuminati tradition, our members find constant guidance in the messages of our symbols. Many who have found success by following our tenets voluntarily incorporate our symbology into their artwork, architecture, and design. By scattering our messages throughout society, members can never forget the purpose of their lives, and even the last can be led to the truth. The pyramid, the eye, the light, and the eternal circle that form the Illuminati's insignia serve as reminders of concepts that have guided humans for millennia. By signing the eternal oath, our members discover the power that hides inside their own resolutions, and by placing our signatures beneath its vows, we form a constant physical bond between ourselves and humanity. Right. Hashtag watching out for you. Okay then. Right. Seems legit. The power of a ritual is not found in its movements, but rather in the state of mind that results in its participants. When facing important decisions, our members call upon the knowledge and wisdom they have gained through our traditions to find the steps they must take to achieve greatness. Wherever you are in your journey and however dark the road may seem, know that the knowledge you have stored throughout life will be your lantern for the path ahead. Pilots rely on the accuracy of their instruments to choose the safest route. Humans rely on the accuracy of their judgment to choose the path for their lives. Seek knowledge, wisdom, and experience to sharpen your mind's instruments so that the road to your goals will prepare you for your destination. An investment in knowledge is the safest of life's gambles. The eternal oath of the Illuminati. Illuminati confirmed. And so as you can see here, there's tons and tons of very legitimate comments. Like this guy here who says, trust Illuminati so good. Yeah. And apparently, they're legitimate when people who are obviously completely different people with different names and different pictures say the exact same thing, word for word, with the exact same typo for shining with two N's. someone who said, when you really follow the light, you will never lose on the road to your goals. Fear not. The light is always shining. Fascinating. Trust Illuminati. So good. So clearly this is very legitimate. Reviews. Knowledge, wisdom, and experience is the only way of archiving the goal. Archiving it. Not achieving it, but archiving it. Right. Thank you so much, the Illuminati, for the better knowledge you introduce to the people of the planet who benefits on following the light. Follow the light, change your life forever. So I guess they just have like some type of AI just generating nonsense, I'm assuming. Thanks to my loyal friends, Illuminati. You're welcome. You're welcome. So these people are highly intelligent. Can't spell your, the proper your. Illuminat. Can't even spell Illuminat. Illuminat. As in that shirt is not black. And that is not how you spell your. You fuck nut. So that's that. What else do we got? Did anybody drop a link to a Fusion Center video or what's going on? I dropped the link multiple times to join the panel. So you can't ask me anymore to join the panel. I'm not going to drop it anymore. Maybe I'll drop it one more time. Not for tonight, but it's the Chase Allen radio clip telling officers to turn off body cams that I told. Okay. Appreciate it, Robin. Yes, you did say that and you stuck to your word, and that's why you have a wrench. I thought I already gave you a wrench, but sometimes I just, maybe it's on the other channel, Shaun of Source, potentially. Completely different channel than this. Completely different. Yeah, you're right. I'll finish the chat. Good idea. I do need to get monetized. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Well, I don't know if I need to get monetized through YouTube, because I don't necessarily feel that they need any more money, especially any money that would be being donated to me. That being said, I do want them to help push my channel out, which I'm sure becoming monetized would do. But at the same time, man, I don't know, the whole standing for like principles and rights and values and, you know, having integrity kind of thing, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. Okay, so Verily really wants you up here. I want you up here too, Tribe. Make it exciting. Ow. Here, I'll play a little bit more of this while I catch up. I'm almost caught up. It's just a spring clean for the make.
And under the fluttering ribbons of the maypole, the people of Elstow do her honor.
Ingolstadt, Germany. Why did I think Bavaria? Is Bavaria in Germany? Okay, I'm gonna have to, never mind. Do this at another time. Come on. What's going on here?
May 1st, 2003. Weeks after the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq and the fall of Saddam Hussein, President George W. Bush announces,
"Major combat operations in Iraq have ended. In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed."
Bush speaks from the USS Abraham Lincoln after landing on the aircraft carrier in a Navy jet. But a mission accomplished banner displayed
I just
during his
doing
speech
this,
later becomes controversial
AI
as
won't
U.S. casualties in Iraq
pick up.
mount.
When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Yeah, I think if I just keep doing this, it won't maybe pick up on. Then again, it might be the logo, the channel logo in the corner. Maybe that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall
I really still got to watch this movie Midsummer. I still haven't
not
seen
be
it.
found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee.
1960. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union shoots down an American U-2 spy plane over its territory. The
So this was on May 1st, 1960. Okay. Okay, never mind. It's like a couple years before my mom was born. All right, go.
During the Cold War, the Soviet Union shoots down an American U-2 spy plane over its territory. The Soviets capture the plane's pilot, Francis Gary Powers, holding him captive for nearly 2 years. 1931. The Empire State Building is dedicated in New York. For the next 2 decades, the 102-story skyscraper is the world's tallest structure. 1941. Also in New York, Citizen Kane premieres. Orson Welles' first feature film remains an all-time movie masterpiece. And 1967.
Love me tender.
Rock and roll singer Elvis Presley marries Priscilla Beaulieu. They divorce 6 years later. Today in history, May 1st.
Hi there. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Wiccan holiday of Beltane or May Eve, located here on the wheel.
So all pronouns are accepted here. All, whatever you may identify as. I just want to say you're welcome here. Whatever letter, even if it's a new letter that doesn't even exist in the English alphabet, whatever it may be, a symbol, perhaps like a unicorn with like a bunch of bubbles coming out of it, rainbow colored bubbles. Maybe that's your pronoun. I don't know. Whatever you are, whatever you identify as, or don't identify as, perhaps. I don't know what the latest craze is right now. Maybe you identify as air. I'm not sure, but you're accepted here. You're welcome. I myself am a trans-vax cannibal.
The year. So Beltane marks the halfway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice, and it's really a celebration all about the fertility and abundance of nature. And the most common practice that's used to celebrate Beltane is actually one that some people are still familiar with, and it's dancing around a maypole. So the maypole is meant to represent this fertility of nature, and the idea is that as you dance around the maypole with your ribbons, it's meant to symbolize the union of the god and the goddess. And this union of the god and the goddess is what brings about all life for spring. So really, Beltane is kind of, like I said, the halfway point between spring and summer, and it's basically the celebration of the continuing abundance of nature.
When the music begins, let go, and let the real guide you. And when it ends...
Crazy, this is in Salem. I actually went to Salem for the first time just this past August. What was it? Like 9 months ago. And Salem is a little spooky. I will say that. But all in all, it was kind of quaint and cozy and cool. But all right, night, Verily. Thanks for hanging out. I already figured out how long we're gonna go for. We're gonna shoot for 2 hours and 1 minute. just like Samantha said. And I figured this out actually like 5 minutes ago, which is funny that you left this comment. But again, as you will see here, just to show, since I haven't shown any type of numerology or gematria yet, I will just show the little link here between the 201, just to add a 201 to the mix of what I added before with the, 2 towers became 0, became 1 on that day, that fateful day. Like how the Pope lives in Suite 201, Event 201, the 201 layers of unfinished brick on the pyramid. Again, the Pope's name. So you got your 201. But I was going to touch on hold on here. Make this a little smaller. Yeah, I just was going to touch on this one. Just this one. Order of Illuminati. 201 in the same cipher. Right? 201. So there's that. And just for another connection there, yeah. So of course, if you don't already know, sorry, wrong one. Other name for the Society of Jesus, Jesuit Order. There is your 201. Right there. Ta-da. Anyway, the Illuminati founded by a Jesuit, of course. So yeah, we'll get back to this. And I'm going to try to click on this link that you sent, Mr. Roy. Let me find it.
Know that you can trust it.
I'm going to kill Rael. You're not getting a fight out of me. Thank you. I told you I was coming. Let's do this.
Of love and trials, there's also a deeper meaning. Mozart intended the work to be a dramatic representation of a person's initiation into Freemasonry. And to learn more about it, I went to the Masonic Center in Santa Monica and spoke with former Grand Master of Masons in California, Stephen Doan.
This is known as Mozart's Masonic opera, written in the last year of his life, and he did something that he knew his Masonic brothers would attend, and that non-Masons would come out of curiosity for what the Masons were about. And he thinly disguised a Masonic initiation ceremony in this opera. So as part of the Masonic initiation ceremony at the time, the candidate goes through these 4 elemental tests: earth, water, air, fire, to prove to the brethren that they have the right balance of these 4. And of course, we see these in the second act of the opera. Tamino's going through the initiatic process. And the first 2 are earth and air. And then he does fire and water subsequently.
So this opera is called The Magic Flute. I imagine there's quite a bit to unpack there.
Freemasonry is all about harmony. That's why geometry is the central symbol of Freemasonry, because geometry measures the harmony in the universe. There's a principle in theology, it's called hypostasis. We can never know the divine, we can only see the work of the divine. And because geometry measures the harmony in the universe, geometry therefore becomes the symbol of the creator of that harmony. That's the whole point of Freemasonry. That's really the whole point of this opera. And the magic flute conveyed this sense of harmony. The flute is magical because the 4 elements are in balance. It's made from wood from the earth. It was made on a rainy night when there was water, and also thunder and lightning, which is fire. But then, most importantly, it takes someone to apply the breath, somebody who has the wisdom to play the music on the flute that will return harmony.
You'd be glad to know that if we ever had an apocalypse, some people in Georgia know exactly what to do. There is a monument in Georgia known as the Georgia Guidestones. The structure is designed to withstand the apocalypse and be used as a guideline to rebuilding society. These guidestones are known as the American Stonehenge. They're made out of granite and they include 10 rules for the new age of reason. These rules demand for some drastic changes to the current ways that we lead our society. Among them are the following. Maintain humanity under 500 million people in perpetual balance with nature. Unite humanity with a living new language. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. They have it on there twice. I guess they really want to hit that point home. To this day, it is still completely unknown who wrote these rules to the New World Order. Research and speculations believe that these guidestones are somehow related to occult mystery schools and the Freemasons and Rosicrucians.
I am honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games themselves, Dean Casca Highbottom.
I have summoned you all here for the 10th annual reaping ceremony, in which we choose 2 children from each district to fight to the death in the Hunger Games.
From District 12, Lucy Gray Baird.
There has been a change this year. As a mentor, Mr. Snow, your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
What does my mentor do besides bring me roses?
I do my best to take care of you.
You really want to take care of me in that arena? Start by thinking I can actually win.
I'm Lucky Flickerman, first ever host of the Hunger Games.
Enjoy the show.
5, 4,
Enjoy the show.
3, 2.
Enjoy the show.
Run.
Enjoy the show.
What happens in there, fueled with the terror of becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator? See how quickly civilization disappears?
There's a natural goodness built into us all. We can step across that line into evil, or not.
You hear that, boy? It's the sound of snow falling.
How wonderful that we all get to be here for someone's final performance.
It's not just about winning. Everything is about winning.
You're monsters! All of you!
The frequency's weird and, it's sounding a little bit strange. And I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, I get a little bit mad.
Namaste. Namaste.
Now, the time has come for us to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Game.
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
Then the Queen and her court move to the throne at the edge of the green, so that the maypole may once again become the center of revelry.
She left here at 10 to go to the parade, but she never
The rest of the world may march on, but Elstow prefers to stay behind, thank you very much. The spirit of Merry England still lives.
The May Queen goddess figure arises from the National Monument, this gorgeous monument we have in Edinburgh with giant pillars. She awakens from a slumber that she's been in right the way through winter and decides actually it's time for summer to start.
All right, kind of off topic. I would actually, this would make a lot more sense to touch on the Illuminati card game, considering, yeah, I mean,
action. Its power is 14.
And again, I would love to touch on the secret history of the Jesuits full audiobook. It's 9 hours.
Hey everybody, I'm back today with another video.
That would be
Today's going to be about the Illuminati card game conspiracy by Steve Jackson Games. I'm going to switch it up from cryptos because this game is very important. It came out in 1995 and it was made by the Illuminati. Because they make games to throw it in our face because like they think that they're playing a game with the world. They think they're god of this world. So like they make card games like they think it's like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or Magic. So they make these cards, and these cards that they made, there's like 300 cards, and they describe things happening today. There's different types of cards. There's like actions, there's people, there's events, there's like trap cards, spell cards. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna go through a bunch of cards, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. You can't even find all the cards. Like the original game, it's probably like you can't even find it anymore. It's really expensive online. I think what happened is the Illuminati released the game, and like 15 years later, like oh shit, like we put too many clues in this, we gotta buy it all back. So like they just bought everyone's used game on like eBay and stuff, you know. But anyway, okay, here we go. This is my favorite card in the whole deck. This one here. It's called Epidemic, and it says quarantine on it. So like the Illuminati played their quarantine card on us. This happened in like March, April. You know, oh I'm in Canada, so it was like really big in April. We had a huge lockdown for a month. So right, this is their card game they want to play called Quarantine. It says disaster. This is an attack, destroy any place. It does not require an action. Its power is 14. This is not an instant attack. Other groups can interfere normally. If the attack succeeds, the target is devastated, and this attack cannot actually destroy the target. You know, in quarantine, it's like a lockdown. They're putting us into our own jail, like we're on house arrest. They're releasing people from prison, where I live in Canada and other places around the world, and they're putting everyone on house arrest. How does it even make sense that we're releasing prisoners from jail because of coronavirus? It should be better in the jail because they're all confined in their cell. Like no one's allowed to leave in the cell. You know, it'd be better. That's already their quarantine. All right, next card. Oh yeah, I think that it's all related to the 4 horsemen. These are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, starting right here with Conquest, like the Antichrist is the first horseman. He has a bow with a crown on his head, and he goes around to conquer and to conquer. So I think since crown in Latin is corona, I think that the first horseman is actually the coronavirus, which is related to the quarantine, if you know what I'm saying. The second horseman is war, the third horseman is famine, and the fourth horseman is death, but we'll get to that later in the video. Moral minority. The power of the moral minority is increased by 1 for every straight group in your power structure. So moral minority is saying that in the future there'll be a moral minority where like most of the people that are doing good things, the moral good people are going to be the very minority, and it's going to be the bad people that be the majority. This one, info ban. You can already tell with the fake news agenda that they're deleting, censoring a bunch of videos online. Play this card anytime to give 10+ power or resistance, your choice, to any computer group you control. If used with an action, it must be played when the action is first declared and counts only for that action. If used for defense, the bonus lasts until the end of the current item, is good for defense only and does not count toward goals. It's hard to read a little bit. The info ban. I know they got rid of InfoWars, like Alex Jones, but I think Alex Jones was good at first for the first few years, but his last like 3 years, I think the CIA infiltrated him. You know what I mean? They threatened to kill his family. That he'd be better work with us. You know what I mean? Then Alex Jones went all crazy to make his followers look dumb. That's like Alex Jones is a huge psyop. The spear of Longinus. This is the spear that stabbed Jesus while he was on the cross, and it's said to have magical powers. I know Adolf Hitler is looking for the spear all over the place. This is a very holy item, and the Illuminati know it's real. Apparently, when Jesus got stabbed, blood and water came out of him. Very, very powerful religious artifact. It's said that any army that had access to the spear always won every single battle. It's very long to get into, but it's really weird that they have this card. It must be real. It shows 3 crosses on the background because Jesus was crucified with 2 thieves. This is Count Dracula. Dracula has +10 on any attempt to control the vampires. The Count cannot be destroyed unless a magic group or card is used. But if destroyed, he is permanently dead. Nothing can bring him back. No magic artifact linked to Count can ever be lost by him or taken away from him by any means. But if he dies, the artifact is lost forever. Yeah, because the people that run the world are literally vampires. They drink people's blood. They do satanic rituals. So that's why they had to make the Count Dracula card to kill every vampire. Like, I wish we could play this in real life to kill all those people. This is the oil spill. It's actually very similar to the BP oil spill back in, I think, 2008. When I was just in elementary school. There's a huge oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. And I think this is like similar. I don't know if it was purposely planned, but it's still weird that they had a card called that. I think that was around the same time as the Haiti earthquake, but I think it was separate. Disaster. This is an instant attack to destroy any coastal place. Does not require any action. Its power is 14 against a huge place, 18 against any other. If the attack succeeds, the target is devastated. If the roll succeeds more than 6, the target is destroyed. So pretty much, yeah, that. Earthquake. The 6th seal was when it's broken that there'll be massive earthquakes around the world. I think that we're on maybe on the 1st seal right now, so this is the earthquake card. There's theories that they can use like HARP, like the High Altitude Aurora Research Program, to cause earthquakes using like frequencies and high amounts of electricity. I'm not too sure about that. Like, I know there probably is some sort of technology to cause earthquakes, like maybe denting a nuke inside the earth or whatever could cause earthquakes. But I think most of the earthquakes are caused by God, like the ones that are not caused by the elites, but who knows? Combined disasters, kind of with earthquake, all the major disasters will happen at once. Be tsunamis, earthquakes, solar flares, pandemics, urban gangs, because the Illuminati actually run the drugs. They're the ones that bring in the CIA. They're the ones. They're not CIA. It's not the Illuminati. They just work for the Illuminati. The CIA is the one bringing all the drugs into the world and into the America. That's why they had to go to war in Afghanistan to secure the opium fields and poppy fields. But like, yeah, they use urban gangs. Like, they're just like pawns in the games. The higher up drug dealers. They're just like the rooks, the bishops. It's the kings and the queens that actually run the chess game. So that's the use. Or urban gangs. They also have riot actors, crisis actors that they've been using. It's funny that they're black in the picture because we had a lot of like the Black Lives Matter in America that was recently going off with all like the racial division that's happening in America. But anyway, Las Vegas. You control the house by spending Vegas action. You may be a bet from 1 to 3 plot cards with any entire player. But yeah, it's like Vegas, like a gambling game. Vegas is like the city of sin. Everything, prostitution, gambling, all the sins are glorified in Vegas. It's the Illuminati love that place. This one's a scary one, population reduction. But I'll get back to that one later. This one, flat earthers. People laugh, but the flat earthers know something. Further action, you may roll 2 dice. If your roll it equal or less than the number of pieces you control, the flat earthers where your alternative geography had led them to a gold strike, and you may draw as many plot cards as the number you rolled. If you're really a flat earther and done a lot of research, you would know that that's not how the world actually looks like. This card, the Illuminati pulled this card off, but it's also a distraction at PSYOP, because that's not actually what the Earth looks like. This is what the flat Earth looks like. You have surrounded by Antarctica, so water won't fall out. But this shows makes it look like stupid, like the flat earthers don't know what they're talking about. But the world's this. The North Pole is actually the center of the universe. If you look at all these different religions here around the world and cultures, they always thought the Earth was flat in the dome. Look at the Egyptian, the Norse. That's the same cover that on Manly P's Hall's book, the Secret Teachings of All Ages. I have the book, and why did this 33-degree Mason actually make that his the cover of his book? I'll zoom in on here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new video editing platform. I'm just spending all my money on crypto. So, but yeah, so like, yeah, that's it. Shows the world. Yeah, it's really weird though. Like the Greeks, everyone thought the Mayans, Hindus, Incans, Hebrews, everyone thought the Earth was flat until NASA came along. But I'll make a video about that some other time. Yeah, this is like more like what all the cultures thought about the world. Like there's a giant tree in the middle of the North Pole. Some people think that the center of the world, the North Pole, is actually the Garden of Eden, but we're not allowed there. It's a no-fly zone, military zone, so you can't really tell. It's that Antarctic ice wall that covers that keeps the water in. The farther away you get from the sun, it just keeps getting colder and darker into oblivion. Antarctica is not only a continent, it's a 360-degree perimeter of our known world and the container of our oceans. The Antarctic Treaty was signed on 1945, and now 48 nations have agreed to keep all unauthorized personnel away. Antarctica is the only place in the world that's not owned. It's considered to be like everyone owns it. It's like a land just like that's all peace, no wars. Like, they only have scientists, military there, military bases. So it's really weird that everyone fights and kills everybody for any piece of land in the world. But when it comes to Antarctica, they all agree something weird. This Illuminati card called Terrorist Nuke. They pulled this one off on September 11th, 2001. Play this card at any time to give +10 power to your resistance or choice to any violent group you control. See, they did this to make the Americans want to go to war. They want to send their sons and daughters to go fight in a war. That's what they use Terrorist Nuke. It looks exactly like 9/11. This one, rewriting history, because like the people that want history write history. It's enough said there. Like, we don't even know the real history. Like, the real history I've ever read was the Bible, and books banned from the Bible, like Jubilees, Jasper, Enoch. Those are the real history. Tidal wave and nuclear accident. This one reminds me of the Fukushima disaster that happened, I think, in 2011, or maybe 2000. Yeah, like I think it was a little bit past 2011, maybe 2013. But yeah, this one, Jihad. You control this card at any time to give +10 power to your resistance or control. This card kind of reminds me of like ISIS. I mean, they're gonna bring on the Jihad. They're gonna use their Jihad card. Yeah. Wall Street, because we all know that the stock market is corrupt, it's crooked, it's all made by inflation. The stock market's a huge scam. The same people that say the stock market's that Bitcoin's a scam don't even know that the stock market's a scam. Bitcoin's the realest thing in the world. Bitcoin's trying to stop the new world order. How is the stock market? The only reason why the stock market is going up is because of inflation, and they have to print $1 trillion a day to keep the stock market up. I think during the wave 2 lockdown, they're actually gonna have the real stock market crash. Centers of Disease Control. Because some people don't know that the CDC is actually a privately owned for-profit company that cares about your health. Absolutely ridiculous. How do you let a private company for-profit decide to help people and give out vaccines? That's terrible. Gun control, because yeah, the government wants to take away everybody's guns. Stalin wanted to take away everyone's guns. Adolf Hitler wanted to take away everyone's guns. Mao, evil dictator of China, wanted to take away everyone's guns, because guns bring power to the people. It brings security, power. In Canada where I live, you're not even allowed to defend yourself. If someone breaks into your house, you get in trouble. Like, it's absolutely so ridiculous with self-defense and gun control around the world. They're trying to take away everyone's guns. It's actually safer when everyone has guns, because no one knows not to fuck around. This one's a scary one that I think is going on right now called Plague of Demons. It relates to CERN Switzerland. Disaster. This is an instant attack to destroy any place except a huge one. You must spend an action token from a magic group. The power of this attack is 10 plus the power of the group summoning the demons. If the attack succeeds, the target is devastated. If the dice rolls successes by more than 5, the target is completely destroyed. Alternatively, spend this card for plus 10 to destroy any magic group. Because the Illuminati want to do a Plague of Demons. They want to open up the gates of hell. They want to bring all the demons into there. That's what they have CERN Switzerland. When they have dancing Shiva and they did this satanic ritual in front of CERN. Yeah, CERN, the Large Hadron Collider that they have underneath CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, where they're trying to smash subatomic particles, and they say they're trying to open up portals to figure out what it's like before the Great Bang and to collect antimatter. But we're pretty sure when you see these pictures, and you see Shiva, the Indian god of destruction. I can't really see the blurry picture. Is the idol that they have, the specter that they have outside of there, and they did the satanic ritual before they did their before they opened up the tunnel. So like CERN's trying to open up the gates of hell. It's nothing like that's a very, very serious topic. I'll have to make a separate video about that. The frog god. The idols are both frightening and silly. No one knows why the monsters keep them around. You may interfere with a privileged attack on either side. No other players may interfere unless they use other special cards. Interference is an action for each group that interferes, and only of one of the cards is an action for the frog god. It kind of looks like a Jabba the Hutt if you look in a way. But yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so interesting. All right, well, I'm coming up on 2 hours and 1 minute, and I did want to keep it short and sweet. So shout out to the Illuminati, shout out to Adam Weishaupt, shout out to all the beautiful, loving 3-letter agencies, think tanks, mega corporations, conglomerates, and, all the likes, your CIA, FBI, NSA, DOD, DARPA, on and on and on. Your CFR, your WEF, your CDC, WHO. I mean, on and on. Shout out to you guys. We love you. What would we do without you? Oh man, I just can't think of a world, without. No, wait. No. Let me not go there. I can actually. I would play this top 10 whistleblowers video, but not only is it over 2 hours long, but the whole video is got like this woman robot voice. It's not even the people actually talking. So, but it looks like you got Leo Zagami there. You got this fucking guy. I can't remember who I think passed away not too long ago. I mean, I wonder about these people. Obviously, Illuminati whistleblower. I mean, I just hard to know who to trust. Who do you trust? Money. Who do you trust? I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know. Looks like Aerosmith was in the news. I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah. So maybe I'll do a stream, touch on the topic of fusion centers. What is this about? Kevin Svensson belongs to the evil shadow U.S. government deep state Illuminati, which is secretly chipping Americans and torturing and murdering them. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, I do actually think I was chipped, and I do think I actually was almost killed through covert electromagnetic means. So, oh man, it's hard to say that's completely insane. Or I should say it is insane. It is within sanity. It is within the realm of sanity to hypothesize things of that nature. Okay, this is probably old as fuck. Let's see. Oh, okay. Not too old. End of 2022. So yeah, maybe I will read this. Maybe I will go into this at some point. Americans must do a V for Vendetta and kill the evil U.S. government, oligarchic elite, Rothschild, Rockefeller, Soros, Gates, Schwabs, and all other Wall Street bankers at Blackstone, BlackRock, Vanguard to save Americans from being neurally enslaved with supercomputer AI by the evil CIA, NSA, FBI, DHS psychopaths. Okay, this is Brian Cofrin. Got it. So this is, yeah, again, I've heard a lot of Brian Cofrin from a simulated realities channel. I think this probably also goes into the channel Stop the Criminal CIA NWO, aka Kevin Canada. Not sure the legitimacy of that individual. who if I'm not mistaken, is behind both of those channels I just mentioned. But yes, the U.S. government is not our friend. Well, it's our enemy. Yeah, I mean, it does seem that way. It does seem that way. I won't speak definitively. It could be that they are actually completely loving, omnipotently loving and caring agencies and apparatuses. We could be wrong. I'll let you read this stuff for yourself. We're coming up on the 2-hour, 1-minute mark, so shout out to y'all. It has been real. If you want, you can go back and watch some of the stream. It was rather interesting, as a stream on the Illuminati should be. Could have been better, but I was just running for it. I was going to do this stream earlier, so it just happened. I had some things I had to tend to. But according to this person, I'll end here. The U.S. government doesn't exist to protect us Americans. This is news to me. The U.S. government exists to suck the blood out of us, plunder us to the last dollar, and enslave us with supercomputer AI. And the only way it can be stopped is by mercilessly killing the evil CIA, NSA, DHS, FBI, DOJ, and SIS psychopaths whose addresses are mentioned above. Well, I won't be killing them personally. But the evil motherfuckers were secretly chipping Americans with mind control nanobots for the last 40 years. Well, what do you guys think? Global research on the need for new criteria of diagnosis of psychosis in the light of mind-invasive technology by psychologist Ms. Carol Smith. Yeah, so I will be doing a stream on topic of fusion centers, because that is a whole stream in and of itself. We are at 2 minutes and 1 second, so I will be ending it there in honor of the 2 towers that became 0 became 1, in honor of the Order of Illuminati, which equals 201. Again, happy Illuminati days, folks. Illuminati Day, sorry, and have a great night. And I'll see y'all later.